Well, we got some very exciting and breaking news coming from Six Flags Qiddiya, and IAPA has just released an almost 17-minute long video coming from Six Flags Qiddiya. This lengthy video also covers some very interesting and new details, especially about Falcon's flight and also the smaller scale GCI coaster. Even though this lengthy video is very dialogue heavy, we still got some awesome drone footage from this park. So now let's cover the most important details. Well, many of us already know about Falcon's flight, a multi-record breaking roller coaster. Now just a quick sum up, this ride is going to be the tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster in the world. Falcon's flight is going to feature this over 200 meters / 656 feet tall cliff dive. Well, apart from all those record breaking stats about Falcon's flight, we got a bit of details about something else, and we know this coaster launches up the mountain and dives off a cliff. Yes. Now to make this insane vision possible that Falcon's flight can actually operate, engineers developed an advanced wheel cooling system. And yes, they had to make these very aerodynamic trains, and they also need to be high temperature ready materials on this ride. The roller coaster also needs to survive those 50-degree plus Saudi summers, and that is very interesting. Now because of that built-in windshield / grass, the riders are not going to wear goggles. Now in this very lengthy video from IAPA, they were also talking in front of the GCI roller coaster. Now the man to the right actually mentions this roller coaster for a bit, and I think this is a bold assumption, but he said that GCI roller coaster behind there is going to be the most intense they have ever created. Well, intensity for me could be a lot of things. First of all, the strongest amounts of G-forces, both negative or positive, and I don't really know if he just means pacing, but if you look at it, there are many GCI coasters out there with world-class pacing, so I don't really think so. But this video also covered a lot of interesting details about the whole theme park and the future for Six Flags Qiddiya and the so-called Qiddiya City. Yes, I'm of course going to sum up all of the major details about this theme park right now, right here. Now, Qiddiya isn't just a park, it's built on the philosophy of play. Well, what is the overall goal of Qiddiya City? Well, it is to live, work and play in one of the biggest mega entertainment destinations in the world. This place is located in what once was a barren desert, and now the scale of this project is a staggering 450 square kilometers of planned attractions, infrastructure and natural beauty. And they also want to build everything from Formula 1 tracks and themed hotels to an anime park based on Dragon Ball. This city is really meant to become the Orlando of the Middle East, and surprisingly this is the first Six Flags park ever built outside North America from scratch since 1971. Now, unlike traditional Six Flags parks, this one is going to be built to Disney level theming standards with immersive environments that mirror the surrounding cliffs and desert. Even though Six Flags Qiddiya is filled with record-breaking roller coasters and rides, they also say it's built with families in mind, and that's quite interesting. There are 28 attractions in total, 18 of which are family friendly, they say, but make no mistake, the thrill rides here are unlike anything else on Earth. And yeah, that really seems to be true, because apart from Falcon's flight, you got this intimate multi-launch coaster with the highest elevated inversion in the world, but you also got that highly intense GCI coaster. And on top of that, they have installed a huge tilt coaster standing above 200 feet, a hyper tilt coaster that looks amazing. And that Mauer Ride's electromagnetic coaster also looks quite fast, so perhaps the best, even though it's a mediocre experience. One of the most impressive aspects of Six Flags Qiddiya is going to be the rock work and environmental theming, and the design team blended in artificial rock formations so seamlessly into those real mountains that even experts were fooled, they say. Now let's quickly point out some technology highlights for the nerds out there, and this is what they said. Now, they did create a 3D modeled park to optimize guest flow and shade, and this is where they created sun tracking simulators to place cool zones, indoor queues and seating. And all of these smart cooling systems are of course going to be hidden in the immersion. And they have also done a lot of things with the Six Flags Qiddiya theme park experience to create this modern guest experience. So in a world dominated by screens, how do you get Gen Z to put their phones down? Well, you can't really. And that's why they're focusing a lot on tech-enabled guest interactions and also mobile app interfaces. And that's why they say technology is integrated into this theme park almost everywhere. When they mentioned this topic in the video, they just said we got smart ticketing on phones, real-time park maps, and you can also order food. And well, you can see that in Universal or Disney. Now, Six Flags Qiddiya really sounds like a more thrilling version of Universal resorts. Now, one final thing they talked about, and that is people and training, because you know a theme park needs people to operate the roller coasters, rides and so on. And Saudi Arabia has never had a major theme park before, so where do you get the staff? Well, they said you grow them. Well, that did sound quite confusing, but they sent 60 students to college in Orlando for world-class training. These graduates are now running park operations, food and beverage, HR and more, and on top of that, Six Flags Qiddiya is already over 400 employees strong. And now we have finally covered every major new detail from this video about Six Flags Qiddiya, of course, and please let me know in the comments what you really think of this park. Now please consider subscribing to OB Coasters for more theme park and roller coaster videos in the future. Then at the end of the day, I'm always gonna say bye bye.